No, back down the street. That's the...
We are going to dinner. I'm just gonna call it a quick walk to my dinner. I'm first. I don't know. I don't know anything about Central and South America except for a few videos I've seen, but Ecuador, I can't remember what I watched about it, but those places are definitely going to be more than Southeast Asia, and they're a little harder to navigate, not only language wise, but you take a lot of buses rather than flights and stuff there. Wow, you guys already have points and stuff. What's up, Jody? Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. I did one last night too, but I've been doing less of them lately. What's up, Kim? I'm gonna go to my Bonet place tonight. I'm gonna call it easy. I'm gonna go to my Bonet, well, the close Bonet, not my other Bonet, but the close one. And then I think I'm gonna go to the butcher shop. Then I gotta go to Moon Milk. So I got a couple of things to do real quick. The best sides or sites? Nha Trang, we only spent a few days. We only looked at two areas. We looked at the main area where all the tourists go. And then we looked up in Marcus's neighborhood, which is way up at the top. It's like 20 minutes almost, 17-minute grab drive all the way up to the north, which is, it's like basically living in a different city. Getting ready to travel there. Yeah, I think you're coming in July. Look at this guy. Looks like I'm on a bike. No, I'm not on a bike. Like I'm riding a bike. Bad sides of Nha Trang. Of Nha Trang for me was, okay, the biggest thing is going to be for me is that it takes 23 hours to do the bus visa run. That's a deal breaker for me. That's the biggest deal breaker for me. Second of all, the area that I want to live in is way too expensive food wise. So those are the two big deal breakers for me. Yeah, this is my normal pace. This is the normal pace that I walk. I guess I'm gonna sit out here. I'll sit here. Here we go. What's up, Jim? This table seems a little slanted. Mark, what's up, buddy? I don't think I think VP Bank is just 5 million per withdrawal. If I'm on a slanted table, damn, this is weird. I wonder if I should. Maybe I should eat inside. Maybe I'll eat inside. I eat inside. I don't really eat inside too much, but. Sit down. Two eggs. Come on. He always knows my order here. We'll sit here. There we go. Much better seat. There we go. I get this. I'll show you guys what I'm getting. Here we go. I'm getting the Bonet, but without the bread. And I ordered 2 of them. So just the meat, just the eggs. What's up, Matt? This is Palette. This is my quick, easy, fast. This is probably the nearest restaurant that I go to. It's maybe, once I'm outside of my building, it's maybe like maybe 2-minute walk. And then I'm gonna go to the butcher shop. Gotta go already. Watch your replay. Yeah, watch it. We're gonna go to the butcher shop after this. I'm gonna pick up some meat. And then I'm gonna go to Moon Milk. Yeah, I've been doing carnivore for about 3 weeks. Actually, I've been doing it for almost 4 weeks now. When Fluffy left, I did it like the day after. I think she left on the 2nd or the 3rd. And I shaved today, guys. I got shaved. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think the only person that doesn't appreciate, well, the person that probably appreciates it is Gypsy. Gypsy's the one that told me, you need to have respect for your audience. You need to shave. I feel fine. The biggest difference that I know, I don't really feel like any major Disneyland difference or nothing. I think the biggest difference that I notice is that I'm just never hungry. Like I eat about 1 o'clock. I eat my lunch about 1, maybe 1 or 2, and then I eat dinner about 7 or 8 usually, and then I'm never hungry. Basically, when I was sick, all I ate was these 2 bonnets for lunch, 2 bonnets for dinner, and then I'm never hungry. I do it from the Western restaurants. I always do Bikini Bottoms, which is a Western restaurant, it's a burger spot. And I guess you technically can't call the Thai restaurant a Western spot, but it's non-Vietnamese. How you doing, Kathy? I am from California, yeah, I'm from the Bay Area. The bonnet. It's actually it's unofficially. I'm gonna make burgers tomorrow. That's why I'm going to the butcher shop after here. I'm gonna go get some ground beef, and then I'll make some burgers.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I have to put, I put it against the bottle.
Oh yeah, I got
That's
my
your
stand.
standard.
Yeah. I like kin kin. I would have recommended you guys get the beef stir fry and the pineapple fried rice. Yeah, I'm gonna make some homemade burgers tomorrow. It's not as good as when I make it back in the USA because I have the cast iron, but it's okay. The meat is not as good, and the electric stove doesn't make it as good, but I don't know. It's still okay. I used to like the big burgers, but then big burgers are extremely hard to cook right. So I'm more of a smash burger. Smash burgers are harder to make bad. So smash burgers are kind of my go-to. Drink that. Oh. Come on. There we go. Look at that right there. Beef and eggs. Very simple. Very simple. Look at that, guys. Beef and eggs on a sizzling skillet. Look at that. You guys can see. Let me zoom in and show you how hot this is. Can you guys see that sizzling? A little bit of green onions, 2 eggs, the Vietnamese thinly sliced beef. Look at that. Yeah, that's what they cook them. So they heat this skillet. It's like a fajita skillet, and they heat that up really, really hot. And then they basically put the meat and they drop the eggs in there, and it cooks on it. So very good. And this is 35 cent, 35,000 VND, but it's actually 40 because I got a second egg. Probably cooked it in oil. I don't know. I would imagine probably, but who knows? What's up, Maverick? It's too hot to eat right now, though. I've tried to eat it when it first comes out, and it's freaking hot. It's probably not butter, but it's still better than if I would eat it with the bread. I don't know if some of you guys that are newer subscribers probably never seen the butcher shop. So we'll go to the butcher shop after here. Some of you guys have never seen the butcher shop, and I don't think some of you guys haven't seen the butcher shop since it got remodeled too. Yeah, it's still pretty hot. I'll show you though. We'll try to. Here we go. We'll take this first bite. No, I ordered two because I don't get the bread. So I'm doing the carnivore, so I don't get the bread. Ooh, I dropped some of that. Hot. Very good though. Ooh, hot. Diced peppers, no, these are green onions. Those are green onions. Actually, I'm glad that you mentioned about the editing. I have about 10 minutes, I have about 9 minutes edited. So I'm only gonna probably do a couple more minutes. So the video will be up very soon. I know you guys keep hearing me say that, but 9 minutes are already edited. And I think I'm gonna probably do maybe 12 minutes. So I only have about another 3 or 4 minutes. I gotta put the park in there. I gotta put the tower in there. And then I'll probably be done. But I'm probably 70% done with the editing job. So it'll be up very soon. I did a lot of editing today. Yeah, I got 2 of these. One I would say when I eat one with the bread, I'm like right at the limit of pretty close to being full. But when I take away the bread, so 2 of them is probably too much, but 1 of them with no bread is not enough. If I do 1 with bread, it would be like, okay, I'm kind of full. But what I really should do, here's what I really should do. I'm gonna try this next time. I'll order 2 eggs, 2 eggs bonnet, and then I'll just order the side of extra beef. But the problem usually here is like they'll say like, oh yeah, to get an extra side of the beef is like 30,000, and I'm like, damn, the bonnet's only 35 by itself. Like I might as well get the extra egg then. This is called bonnet, B-O-N-E. He's been playing video games. I haven't played video games in months. I'm trying to think if I've even played it this year. I think I did because I think I played around New Year's Eve. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Tube, what's up, Tube? Let me try to catch up with some of you guys' messages. I sound like I just woke up. No, I didn't. Actually, I didn't have a nap today. I edited today. I was kind of busy. I don't know why you're asking people for hungry. What do you think people are gonna do? Send you some food? Here, open up. Here you go. Take a bite. There you go. There you go. Take a bite. I haven't eaten inside in a while. The one with bread, so the one with bread is 40,000, which is like $1.60. And apparently, when I don't get bread, they take away 5,000. So it's only 35,000 if you get no bread. But I always add an extra egg, so it becomes 40,000. So 40,000 is like $1.50. Blue sky. I've been living here in Vietnam for this time about a year and 4 months. And then I went to the USA for 4 months. And then I was living here in Danang again for another 8 months. And I've been to Thailand. I lived in Thailand for about 7 or 8 months. So I've been to Thailand a lot. I've been to 20 countries since 2019. Damn, that's nice. We can't put no bank information on here. I don't want to have to kick you out, but I don't want to be involved. My channel's not a charity or a scam or put any kind of account information on, so please do not put no more. I live just in the street beside. I'm gonna have to kick you out, Cardi, man. I'm giving you one more chance. I'm giving you one more chance. I'm being very patient. My chat room is not a charity, so please, people don't want to see it. It's called bone. Let me show it to you guys. Let me see if you guys can see. It's basically spelled like the word bone, but it's broken up in two. B-O-N-E. B-O-N-E. I have not, I should. But I think it's in kilos. All right, Cardi. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Man, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. I'll actually use some of that when we go to the butcher shop in a minute, so I appreciate it. We'll get some ground beef. We'll definitely get some ground beef. Well, hopefully they have ground beef. There's been like one time I went there, and I don't like how they package up their ground beef now. They package them up in like 160 grams or something like that. I don't, 0.16 of a kilo, I guess. I can't figure out how much that is. I don't need the flank. I need the ground beef. As long as you guys left the ground beef, I'm okay. And then I gotta go to the butcher shop. No, and then I gotta go to Moon Milk. What's up? What's up, Hobby? Man, if you went to the Lot Mart Mall, you should have went to the Mega Mart Mall. Mega Mart Mall is a little bit further. I won't break even this month. I'm not even at $200. I'm not even at $200. And we only have 2 days left. I think this is going to be my lowest month ever. But to be fair, I haven't done much content. This will either be my lowest month or my second lowest month. But I don't feel that bad because I've been sick a lot this month, so. You know what I've been doing for my buns? I just make an egg, like a fried egg, and then I use that for my buns. I am gonna start uploading more. There's one video that's 70% done. Tonight, maybe I'll stay up late and maybe I'll finish that video tonight. It's the city of Tuy Hoa. And then probably tomorrow I'll get started on the Nha Trang video. And then as soon as I'm done with that one, I'm gonna start putting out at least 2 videos a week. So in the next few days, you guys should be getting a good amount of videos from me. So as soon as June 1st hits, you guys should be getting a lot more videos. Look at that. Just dig into this egg. A wooden spoon. Mmm. Wow, I don't know why that bite was really good. It's like this is a whole different one, but it tastes different. Very good. Mmm. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if I break even. I'm just being realistic. So basically put it this way. To break even this month, I need to make probably around $650. I'm at a little under $200 as of what, May 27th. So I basically need to make $400 in 3 days. I mean, I've never came close to anything like that on live stream, so I don't expect it. That's well over $100 a day, which just is not going to happen. I'm ecstatic when I get $5 trying to unbolt itself. What's the restaurant called? This place is called Palette. I'll show you. I don't know why it's called Hot Pot and Barbecue, because I don't think they really have any hot pots, but it's called Palette. I don't know. I really like Thai food. I like food in every single country I go to. Thai food probably wins over Vietnamese food just a little bit, but Vietnamese food is usually cheaper. I have an in-person consultation in July. I haven't had one in the past 2 months though, so the in-person kind of died off. I had one every month from October, and then the past 2 months I haven't had any, so that kind of died down. I'm at Palette, man. Palette's my default when I don't want to go too far. I was kind of feeling worn out. I was doing a lot of editing today, so I was like, damn, screw it. Let me just walk down the street and I'll go get my easy carnivore bonnet. No, I was sick. So when Fluffy left, I was already sick. So I was actually, that sickness dragged on for like 10 days. So I finally took medicine. People know I don't take medicine. And then I was down for probably like 8 or 10 days. And then when I got back up, I was like, damn, man, I'm so far behind on all these freaking videos. At the same time, I wasn't doing live streams, so I was putting up no content. Then I was fine for about 5 days. And I think I did edit one video. I uploaded one video during those 5 days. And then I went to George Costanza. And the very next day I was sick. That's when an army guy came here. So then I was down for like another 3 or 4 days. And that was probably about 2 days ago. But ever since then, I almost have this video uploaded. And I've done about 2 or 3 live streams in the past week. So I've kind of got caught up a little bit. I got the fluffies. So I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram page, and those do absolutely terrible. Like, I think I've advertised my Instagram or my Facebook, I don't know, 6-7 months ago. I have 6,000 YouTube subscribers and have like 60 Facebook subscribers. So I'm like, it just doesn't work. In Danong, so newbies have problems with a couple of things. They're terrified of the visa situation. They're terrified of the language situation. They don't know how to convert their money. They don't know what banks to go to, and they don't know how to get from the airport to their place. So my in-person service capitalizes and shows them all of that. Like, I literally pick them up from the airport. I take them to their hotel. I make sure that their passport doesn't get taken. I make sure that they have a hotel room. Then the next day I go get them set up on a SIM card. They don't get ripped off on a SIM card. They get settled in. Then I take them to a currency exchange place or to a ATM that they can exchange their money and pull out local currency. And then I give them a whole tour of this neighborhood, the Antwong neighborhood. I show them, hey, go here, don't go here. Hey, here's the market. Hey, here's this. So people really like it because basically, to really simplify it, I get them set up with all the basic stuff they need, and then I catch them up and show them, like, by the time they're done with the in-person service, they feel like they've been here and know where things are at, probably as much as a person that's been here for like a month. The subscriptions going? I'm not sure what you mean by the subscriptions. Which part? TikTok is absolutely garbage for me. I started doing TikTok like 6 months ago when everyone was telling me, and I uploaded videos, and I think I have like 12 views on most of the videos. The meta page? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure what that is. When I do lives, I never know when I'm going to do a live. That's why everyone's always like, hey, why don't you set up a alert for your lives? And I'm like, dude, like, I do lives on the spur of the moment. What's up, Jamie? So I never know when I'm going to do a live stream. Like, literally, sometimes I'll say, okay, like when I go out to dinner, but I never know, like, oh, at 7 o'clock I'm going to dinner. The plugins, when you go live, it will make a post on social sites. I'm not sure, but my social sites are terrible. The Will Travels, Facebook, Instagram are not good. I feel like I got way more egg than beef this time. Usually it's the other way around, which is good, but another 20 jobs. Airport bus shuttle, not that I know of. Not that I know of. But it's not worth it though, because the Grab is only $3 to get there, so it wouldn't even make sense. It's too cheap to take Grab than to sit on a bus and stop at bus stops. It's too quick. You're in the city. You're from the airport to the beach in 15 minutes, so it doesn't make sense. It doesn't take. That's why they're talking about building a train here, and they're talking about making a train from the airport. And I was like, why? Like, it's gonna take longer to take the train than it is to take a Grab. This is the country of Vietnam. Let's see if we have any Vietnamese flags in here. We're in the city of Da Nang, and we're in Vietnam. Let me pay my 80,000 VND. There we go. That last bite. Make sure I get all the juicy sauce. I don't know what you're actually talking about setting up though. Like, for me, my social media sites do terrible. So I've spent hours uploading my YouTube videos to like my Facebook page, and they do terrible. BGC, yeah, BGC is kind of the most. BGC is the best place in Manila for Western tourists, but the problem is it's like $2,000 to live in a tiny place, and it's very expensive to live in BGC. What's up, Army guy? What's up, Stuart? Cork, Ireland. Very nice. What's up, buddy? The scraping. Yeah, my social media sites for my travel channels suck. Like, I don't know how to explain it. That's why I was so blown away that I get so many subscribers on YouTube, because so put it this way, my regular personal Instagram, I came to Asia 2 years ago. I had 304 Instagram followers, Today, I have like 300. So in 2 years, I've lost 4 followers. So my social media is just terrible, man. I can't get it to grow. That's what. Remember when we had that neighbor? Um, remember he had Miles. He had like grown his Instagram like 20,000. I was like, dude, how do you grow? Like, for me, no matter what I do, my channel, my Instagram never grows. Thailand next, Ireland and Egypt. How's your subscription rate? My subscription rate, like my members, the paid members, I don't know. I haven't checked that, but usually every month I have about 10 or 12 paid memberships. Metro for Danong will probably make sense. And I don't see how though. It will take longer to take the train from the airport down to here, but it is supposed to be in 10 years. I think it's supposed to be 2035. Engaging content that provides value. BGC is overrated. It is overrated, but it's kind of the Anthlong of Manila. Everything is there. All the Western stuff is there, but at double or triple the price. Yeah, man, my Instagram page just is terrible. I wish I had my other phone. I should have brought my other phone. I could have showed you guys, because I have 6,000 subscribers. You would think at least 1% of you guys would go over and follow that, which would be like 600. But I have like 80 followers on Instagram and like 60 on Facebook. Yeah, but BGC 100% is overrated and overpriced. But if you want to be an American living in an American life, that is the spot to be. Shadow ban? I don't know. Maybe I am too. I have no clue. I don't know what it is. I don't have my other phone. But it's actually, if you click on my YouTube page, on my description, my Facebook is on there and my Instagram is on there. But no one ever subscribes. Dubai and Iraq, very nice. I like Makati better than BGC though. Makati is still almost the same vibe, and it's not that far from BGC, but it's still not as expensive and it's not as over the top. What's up, JV Joe? Good job. Okay. Let me pay real quick, guys. Come on. Do they have Bonet in the Philippines? I don't think so. I've never seen Bonet until I got here. Because I always do my live streams when I'm eating dinner. Like, I don't do a lot of stuff, man. I don't go out and do activities and stuff like that. So the only time that I really get time to do a live stream is when I'm, come on. The only time I do a live stream is when I go out to eat dinner. That's my only time that I can set up the phone, put it down, talk to you guys, and do a live stream. Otherwise, I'd be in the house editing most of the day. How am I going to do a live stream while I'm editing or watching Facebook Marketplace? Do I have to set up with YouTube to send a couple of bucks? Sadly, never gave you yet. I might watch a video to learn. I don't necessarily know how you send. I think there's some kind of little button down there, and it's like a cash button or something. I don't know, but I do have a PayPal, and I do have a Buy Me a Coffee that's on my YouTube face description page. And actually, it's better there because YouTube takes 30% out here, but I still don't complain. Alabama, Philippines. Cool. Sometimes when you go for a walk, I'm actually going to go for a walk right now. We're going to go to the butcher shop, and then we're going to go to the store. So I just paid my dinner right now, but if you want, we're going to go to the butcher shop right now. Let me take a drink, and then you guys will see the butcher shop. I'm going to go get some meat for tomorrow. So there might not be a live stream tomorrow because I'll be cooking. I'll be cooking tomorrow. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I've been feeling better for about 3 days. I've been feeling pretty good. Come on. I think this place stays open till 11 o'clock, dude. That's the owner right there, guys. Palette. Let me show you guys one more time. The name of this place is called Palette. And then Um, yeah, I think there's like a money button or something. Yeah, good. Look at that. You guys want me to walk and get killed? I don't know which moon milk I should go to. Should I go to the new one, or should I go to the one that's just a little bit down the street? The the new one or the really new one? That's the better question. Let's see. I'm almost getting over sick. Every once in a while I have that. This is the construction that's been going on forever. I actually was gonna rent, or I was very interested in this place. It's called Danong City Apartment. This is it right here. And I think it was the third floor or the fourth floor. And you could see there's a balcony up here. And the place was nice, man. I was decent. I think it was 7 million, one bedroom. But literally the construction was right out your window. Like, this is the view that you had. And I was like, screw that. And I was like, what time does the construction start? They're like, oh, 5 in the morning. And I was like, what time does it stop? I was like, oh, about 9 o'clock at night. And I was like, screw that. 7 million, you're crazy. I was like, I don't even know if I would do that. I don't even know if I would do that for like 4 million, suffer through all that. Yeah, I'm going to the butcher shop. I'm gonna get some ground beef. Some ground beef. If it was extremely cheap, I would kind of think about, like, if it was like 3 million, 4 million, I'd go like, maybe I can deal with it for what, 190 bucks or something, 170 bucks. But they wanted like 7 million, and I was like, you guys are crazy. Don't try to go around YouTube when sending money tips. YouTube serves. No. So everyone always has other ways. It's not really bad or a secret, but I have a buy me a coffee and I have a PayPal that takes out less. YouTube basically gets 30% of my tip. They get 30% of my tip. They get 30% of all my revenue ads. So, I mean, it is what it is, but, oh man, I'm stuck now. I'm going to both. I'm going to both. I'm going to Moon Milk and I'm going to Butcher Shop. I'm getting ground beef at the Butcher Shop. Then I'm going to get bacon at the Moon Milk. I just don't know which Moon Milk. There's a Moon Milk right here, and then there's a Moon Milk down here. I don't know which one I should go to, though. Yeah, YouTube makes a lot of money, but that's their business, man. I see me. Wow, you see you. Here's the Butcher Shop, guys. The Butcher Shop, all the way open up till 10 o'clock. Let's go in here. Ciao. This is all different now. Look at this. Used to be the cash register up here. I eat the 2 meals because I don't eat any carbs. Like when I went to George Costanza, since I don't get the rice, I get the 2 meals. And I tell them no rice. See, here's the ground beef. The ground beef here, look guys, it's 290,000 a kilo. At Mega Market, it's 200,000. Sometimes, actually, the first time we went there was 190. So it's about $4 cheaper a kilo at Mega Market. Here's your guys' steak, top blade. Top blade's not the greatest. Oh, they got a discount steak. What is this one? Diced beef. This one looks like it's 15% off, but not a big enough deal for me. Strip loin. There's a ribeye, but look how little this freaking ribeye is. This ribeye is about $21 a kilo, which is about $10 a pound. I can see my breath in here. But they got vegetables, they got chicken, they got everything. Look at this big ass tomato. Chicken breast is right here. Chicken breast is 131,000 a kilo, so it's like 250 a pound, and this piece is about 90 cents. There's the milk. They make their homemade buns. These buns they make.
Hello,
Ciao,
sir.
ciao.
How are you?
Good, thank you. And then they do make their homemade bacon. They smoke this. I've had this one time. They got their ham. And then if you look, this is the restaurant. So all the meat that they have in here is actually cooked and served in their restaurant there. So the butcher shop is a restaurant, and it's a place to buy your meat. There's your cheese, your imported stuff. That piece of chicken is a snack. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna get 90,000 worth. Let's see. I get this one. 49. 16. What the hell? How is that possible? Oh, okay, I see. 49. Let's see, which one looks better? I think these two. We'll get these two. Let me see what else they got. Oh, they got these sausages. They got pork. I'll show you guys the pork. Oh, they don't got any. Oh, there's the ground pork. Ground pork is 150 per kilo. So about 75. So it's about $3 per pound on the ground pork. And it's about 10. So it's about $5 per pound on the ground beef. So let's go pay for this. Okay.
We have membership.
Yeah, I don't know the number. It's okay.
97,000.
97. Okay. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Money away. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Oh. Come on. Let me put this in my backpack. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. I can't check Messenger. I'm on my live stream. U.S. prices except for the steak. So I guess we'll go ahead and go down. I guess we'll go to this one. I've only been to this one like twice, but I guess technically it's probably. Let me see. Is it closer? Screw it. We'll go down here. We'll go to the brand new one. I don't know, he might be riding his scooter around, listening to some tunes. $40% off. 40% off.
Don't worship. Good thing I'm Buddhist.
Ooh, watermelon. Look at that. 29,000. I love watermelon juice. He's got a hot pink scooter. He wanted to be easily noticeable. I think my two favorite juices are either watermelon or pineapple. It's always hard for me to pick out of those. Usually, I kind of default go by pineapple, but if a place makes a really good, sweet watermelon juice, then it's hard to beat the watermelon juice. I'm not sure exactly which one he got. I've only seen one time. An egg beater. That's the one that I would get. I'd get an egg beater on wheels. I always show you guys the ones that I would get. Let me go over here really quickly. Oh yeah, you know this Korean market is gone. It's just gone. I'll show you guys. This used to be a Korean like store, like a market. Now look what it is. It's like a place to like park your vehicles. Look. See, it used to be called Korea Mart. But now look. Babylon Spa. This used to be a market right here. They still even have the sign right here. Look. Korea Mart. Yep, this is still Vietnam. You can tell by all the scooters. But this used to be the Korean market. It's gone now. I walked by not long ago. I think actually the last time I came down here to Moonville. Look at this guy flying down the road. Now he slows down. These guys are crazy. Are you brave enough to try riding a scooter there? No, I'm not. You guys know. I do not ride the scooter here. I refuse. It's too cheap to take in drive, and I don't do it. The only incentive I give you guys, I told you guys, if we get to 10,000 subscribers, I will ride a scooter one day. I made that stupid promise a while back ago, but that Korean market opened up kind of a while ago. It's not that new. I remember a long time they've always had that place. I don't think it's that new. No one really hung out there, but I think it's been there a while. I always remember it being there. Look at this Volkswagen. I'm not anti-scooter, so it has nothing to do with the scooter. It has to do with the way that the people drive here. So if I was in Dong Hoi, if I was in the USA, I would ride a scooter, no problem. But it's the way that the people drive here is what scares me. But I don't have any problems with the scooter. This is the one I would ride right here. There we go. I don't have a problem with the scooter itself at all. I have a problem with the traffic and the way that people drive here. Scooter Wars. This is the brand new one. It's kind of the biggest, I think, too. Let's go walk around real quick. It has everything. Oh, 50% off, but those look kind of stale. Yeah, those are kind of stale. Stale. This is my favorite bread, man. The ciabatta bread is $1. I usually never get it until it's 50% off. Then it's like 50 cents for that big loaf of ciabatta bread. And they'll have all kinds of stuff like this. You get like 6 slices of bread. Oh, there's a 50% off. Look, that's rare to see the sandwich bread. The sandwich bread is 50% off. So that bread, 6 slices, is like 20 cents. Mangoes, onions, watermelon. There's those peppers. I love those peppers. I haven't had those in a while. Let's see what else we got here. Clara Johnson is related to Matt Johnson. So this one is the brand new, the most newest moon milk in Vietnam. Now we have 4 of them all in our neighborhood. Um, the Zon taxis, Zon SM. Yeah, we took those in Tui Hua. They're not as cheap as InDrive, but they're cheaper than Grab. Oh, here's my bacon. 1 kilo. I don't need a kilo. I need maybe 500,000. Let me see. I mean, not 500,000. 500 grams. There's the 200 grams. Here's the 500. I'll get those. So I'll grab these, I guess. Tui Hua. The electric cabs. I think you're talking about the turquoise blue ones, right? Zon SM. Let's see what other stuff. We'll show you guys the Western stuff because you guys will always get a shock. Like here's chocolate syrup. Look at this. So the Hershey's chocolate syrup is about $6, guys. $6. Now look at this. This generic brand of syrup, $6. So some of this stuff, look at this. 300,000, which is like $13, $14 for that maple syrup. Pancake mix, $1. This pancake mix is like $4. Let's see what else we got. Sugar. Look at you guys. Some of you guys will be shocked. This is milk. So milk doesn't get refrigerated here. Milk and eggs does not get refrigerated in Asia. How crazy is that? But it's because of this. Let's see if they show it on here. It's like UHT versus VHT milk or some. I always forget the name. Ultra high temperature and super high temperature or something. But the milk and the eggs do not get refrigerated in Asia and some places in Europe too. But look, this is milk and it just sits on the shelf. It's so weird. It's so weird. I just can't, no matter how long I live here, I just can't get over it, man. Here's all the sugars. I shouldn't be looking on this aisle. This aisle is bad for me. But look at, here's what you guys will always be shocked about. All these crazy random chips. Let's try to find the weirdest chips. Rice cracker with pork floss and seaweed. I wouldn't ride a scooter anywhere here. The milk tastes pretty much the same. I would say, my honest opinion, it feels a little less, a little more watery. A little more watery, not much, but just a hint. But overall, it tastes the same. Black truffle chips. The milk is pretty much the same. If you had 2 cups next to each other and you drank it, you probably would not notice a difference. I think I could probably tell a little bit, but it would be very hard. And this is always the other crazy thing. Look at the brands of Oreos. Strawberry cream Oreos. Space Burst Oreos. Ice cream Oreos. They always have these weird ass flavors that I've never heard of. Some yogurt. I can't do any yogurt really right now. I'm doing my carnivore, so I can't really mess with the yogurt, but I do like yogurt. There's my favorite ketchup. Boom. About $1.80 for that bottle of ketchup. So Western stuff is definitely going to cost more out here. Imported stuff is always more. But if you guys can avoid it, like Barilla. Look at this big Barilla pasta. Let's see what else we got. I got my dinner for tomorrow. I'm getting my bacon. And look, we'll take a look at the prices here. Look, okay, so they have a couple of discounts. The fresh pork shoulders on discount. The salmon's on discount. Now look, the ground beef is $2.90. So it's the same exact price at the butcher shop. Butcher shop $2.90. But what I noticed is I don't really care for the ground beef here. The ground beef doesn't taste as good. The butcher shop is better, and the butcher shop is the same price. So that's why I got my ground beef at the butcher shop. Oh, these are 30% off. Smoked dough sausage. That is why no need for refrigeration. Where's the eggs? I didn't see the eggs. I want to show you guys the eggs that just sit out. Where's the eggs? Why don't... Oh, here we go. Look. So you guys will be like, why the hell are the eggs sitting out here? But look, here's the eggs. Eggs are $1. Exactly $1 for 10 eggs. So 10 eggs is $1. So you guys can buy 10 eggs for $1 US. You don't refrigerate. Well, even though you don't you don't have to refrigerate them. I still refrigerate my eggs. I haven't really drank. I think I drank milk. Remember when I was making the yogurt? I drank. No. When I was making the ricotta cheese. No. When I was making the butter, that's when I drank the milk because it didn't work. So I drank the milk. But that was probably my first milk in about 1 year. But if I do drink milk, it has to be real milk, not soy cafe latte, almond juice. My sister stores eggs on her kitchen counter for decades, no issues. Very interesting. Well, here's the thing. So the reason why we have to store eggs is because in USA, they clean their eggs. So what they do is they knock off this protective coating off the egg. So if you don't wash that protective coating off your egg, you can let it sit outside. But in America, because of the laws, they spray and wash that protective coating off. And then once you do that, you have to refrigerate the eggs. So in in Asia and Europe, they just have the chicken lay the egg and then they put it in the carton. And then you should wash it when you get it home right before you cook it. But because the protective layer is not on there, you don't need to. Sit down. No, it's okay. Come on. Where's the nipple to milk the almond? Come on. Bye-bye. Let me put this in my backpack and then we'll go. Give me 1 second, guys. Come on. There we go. Put my bacon in. Look at these. Look at these little suckers. What app did the foreigner scan? Oh, you can he probably used Timo. Timo is a bank and it allows foreigners to get bank accounts and then you could pay by a QR code. He probably had the Timo bank account. I have the Timo bank account and I've used it. I only got it because you guys wanted to see how you get a bank account. If you guys want to go take a look, go onto my page and go look up how foreigners get a bank account. I did that video maybe a month-ish ago. And then you guys can get that and then you guys can actually use the QR code. I don't really like it. It seems too much hassle for the way that you have to go about and do it. But some people might like it. Yeah, I know. It's illegal to have unpasteurized milk in the USA. It's definitely illegal. Soy milk is terrible for men. Milk a cow. Dairy isn't good for humans to begin with. Carnivore is the way to go. 80% made beef stroganoff with rice was good. Very nice. So we're heading back now. How was rice carnivore? Maybe it was invisible rice. Prepaid, yeah. So what you have to do when you get the bank account, you have to then go deposit money into the account, and it's kind of like prepaid. So I don't really like it. And the only way that you can prepay it is you use Wise, which takes out a fee to put it costs a fee to put it on there, or you have to go in person to the BV bank, which is all the way across the river. So if you live down here, you got to drive all the way across the river to go deposit money on it. It's not worth it for me. I have Charles Schwab, and I get all my fees refunded back. So I don't like paying to transfer money. So it doesn't make sense. And then the other worst part about it is it only lasts for your Visa run. So when I go do my Visa run next month, it expires. So that means I will have to go back to T-Mobile Bank, and I will have to go sit back in there and go show them my new Visa, sit in there, and they process my paperwork, because my bank account will be frozen until I go back in there. So if you have money on there, it's frozen. You can't use it. You'll have to go back into T-Mobile Bank. So for me, that account is not worth it. Cauliflower rice. Man, no. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as freaking peanut allergies. I don't know where these peanut allergies came around. But when I was a kid, every freaking person in the whole world ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I never heard somebody, please do not bring peanut butter around our school. There's people that get allergies. Everyone, oh, look at this guy. Jesus Christ. That kid almost got sideswiped. And he didn't even look. Even when the guy honked behind him, he didn't even look. Jesus Christ. These people drive like nuts. Yeah, I don't remember anyone ever talking about peanut allergies when I grew up in the late 80s and the 90s. Not one person. Schwab doesn't have a problem with you constantly using the card? No. I've been using the Charles Schwab card for 5 years. I got that card in 2019 because I was going to Europe. I was going out of the country. So I've been using that card for the past 5 years. The kid pulled off right here in the middle of traffic, and a scooter was coming down. The kid didn't even look. And then if you go back, just go rewind it. The kid never even looked. He pulled out here. The guy on the scooter had to slow down and honk at him. And the kid never even looked. The kid had no idea if a freaking truck was coming or nothing. Yeah, I believe a lot of this stuff is just first world problems. Peanut allergies. Go back to the 70s and the 80s. Go tell me where you ever heard of peanut allergies. Now they're like, we cannot have peanuts on the plane. It's like back in the 80s, everyone freaking, hey, you shut your mouth, you have a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and you go take a nap on your cot. Like, everybody did that. Do they label the different types of, I believe so. Like when we looked in there, it said like sirloin, strip loin, ribeye. So they had different stuff. There's the restaurant. So this is the butcher steak restaurant, and then that's where we went in. So they're the same place, but that one is the refrigerated meat section raw, and this is where you guys buy your food. I think a steak dinner is like $25 though. Look at this. I haven't had it though. I've never had this place. But basically you can buy the steak inside. Yeah, I know Asian planes have peanuts. Anytime you get out of the USA, then you realize, hey man, half this stuff is just garbage. This stuff doesn't really exist. It's just a first world made up problem. Peanut allergies. Shoot, man, when you come out here, people talk about like, oh my God, the subway worker, he didn't change his gloves. He could have contaminated and killed me. You come out here, man, you'll have a banh mi lady lay the money down on your sandwich bread, and then people will eat that, and nothing happens to them. But back in the USA, they say, oh my God, he didn't change his gloves. And people have a freaking heart attack. It's like, you realize as soon as you get away from the USA, how unnecessary some standards in the USA are. But you guys, you guys always catch segments of me, and then you guys go, why do you dog the USA? And I'm going to tell you guys, there's a lot of stuff that I do miss about the USA. And then when I talk good about the USA, then you guys will say, oh my God, we'll go back to the USA if you hate Asia. And I go, no, you got to understand, everything's a balance. There is some stuff that I definitely miss about the USA, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't miss too. So, but 10 years ago, they used to wrap the banh mi with old newspaper. I wouldn't doubt it. And I guarantee you nobody ever had a problem with it. Let's take a look. Let's try to cross. Yee. Yee. Look at this. This is my scooter right here. That's the one I want. That little pink one. I don't know why that crown system, I don't know how it works, man. I don't know how that system works. Butcher Grill, that was across the street from some Irish pub. Think of all the nutrients for free. Completely broken YouTube. Yeah, I don't understand what that crown system is. I think it's more of a decoration. Don't get too wrapped up in it. I have no clue how it works or what it does. Think of it as more of just random entertainment. We're finally back. We're finally back. There's my building right there. I do have my water, so I can drink that in a minute. Vietnamese are a lot fussier about Chinese than most give them credit for. They do wash their hands after going... I don't know. I know I got sick twice this month. The first time, we went down to I Love Baguette, and I can guarantee 99% I got sick because the waitress came over, she coughed right on my shoulder. Didn't cover her mouth, nothing. And it's weird. Vietnam, they never cover their mouth when they cough. I just thought that was just a normal human habit. When you sneeze or when you cough, you cover yourself somehow. But you come out here to Vietnam and they just cough and they just and their just mouth is just open as loud as it can be. I don't know why it is. But I got sick because of that. And then I'm pretty sure how I got sick at George Costanza was because I go get those peppers and they lay those out at the table, like on the street side. And someone probably came by and coughed or something and I got contaminated. What's up, El Feo? Yeah, I'm finally recovering, man. I'm finally feeling good. I've been feeling good the past couple days. Edelberry. I don't even know what Edelberry is. A lot of people are out tonight looking at massages. We just walked by 2 places and there's big groups of massages. My immune system is good. I never take any medicine. But I think I just got hit with the lady literally coughing on my shoulder when I was at I Love Baguette. And I think at that point, there's not much you can do. But I was just... I probably jinxed myself because I just said like a week or 2 weeks before that, I was like, I never get sick, man. I never get sick. Maybe once a year, once every 2 years. And then I got sick twice in 1 month. That's never happened to me in my life. My flight, he was so inconsiderate. Yeah, I don't understand. You guys are going to get me into a whole... The word respect in Asia and the word respect in USA. Before I came to Asia, the stereotypical idea of Asians was they're very respectful, they're quiet, they don't cause problems. Then when you come out to Asia, you see their idea of respect is something way different. Their version of respect is more of following old style traditions, like taking off your shoes, don't point your feet at Buddha, like don't point your finger. Like, none of that stuff to me is respect. That's just following old world traditions. Respect to me is not imposing and affecting other people. That part of respect, for the most part, a lot of Asians don't understand. They will stop in front of you, they will take pictures, they will do all this stuff, and they don't care that they're wasting your time. They don't care that they're coughing on you. Then that's not respect to me. So they believe in the respect of, oh, my grandmother told me that you're supposed to take your shoes off. And it's like, that's not respect. That's called following old world traditions. Respect to me is saying, hey, I'm not going to cough on this guy. I'm not going to impose on this guy. I'm not going to stand in front of this guy and cause him delay. Like, that's respect. So Asian version of respect is a whole different word than American's version of respect. Let me scroll up. I missed a lot of you guys' messages. I'm allergic to edamame. Another white man in Southeast Asia. Well, we'll help you out. You won't see this one ever again. There you go, buddy. Stay out there. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I got number 2. They said that the flu and COVID are hitting Southeast Asia. So true. We need to impose our colonial values. I don't even think it's colonial value. I just think it's normal. Like, do you guys think it's more respect? Put it this way. Is it more respectful to take off your shoes when going into someone's house, or to not cough in someone's face with your mouth wide open? Like, I don't think that's cultural. I think that's human decency. You're not going to refrigerate your meat. I am. I'm going to stay out here for a couple minutes, but the bacon is frozen. And my meat, yeah, it's not frozen, but I'll stick out here for about 10 minutes. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You have meat with you? I know. I'm only gonna sit out here for a couple minutes, man. Everyone's going crazy on me. You guys are crazy. I could stay outside for 10 minutes. What if I live further down? I would have to go still walk right now. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, that's my thing. I hate imposing. And you'll, like, put it this way. You go to a big popular Asian mall and you'll go on an escalator. You get up to the top, right? And then you'll have like Chinese or some whatever Asian stand right after they get off the escalator, and everyone else is like blocked, and they'll be taking pictures. And you're like, dude, get the fuck away. Go stand to the left and take your pictures. Don't just stand there. Like, Asians, they are so, what is that word? Non-aware. They only are concerned about what they're doing. If they're taking a picture, they don't care that 9 people are blocked behind them. Their only concern is, hey, I'm getting this picture. I don't care about no one else. The meat could be outside. Strangers in Vietnam think it's okay to touch your kid. Taking off your shoes and covering up your cough are both respectful. Vietnam kicked out the French because the French had smelly D's. Yeah, that's the thing that just bothers me. That part bothers me. Oh yeah, and then remember, the other thing is they never pick up their garbage on here. So they will tell you, be respectful, take off your shoes. And then they'll just leave garbage all over here and expect someone else to come and clean it up. But that's respectful. I am Polish. I never come into my house with shoes ever. Oblivious. Oblivious, yeah, that could be the word too. There's another word I was thinking of, but oblivious is kind of there too. Rough shoulder bump this time. I was talking about the unaware people that impose on other people. We were talking about Asians' version of respect versus Western version respect. Respect in USA is like, hey, you get off the escalator and you get out of people's way. If you got to take a picture, you stand to the side. Asians' version of respect is you take off your shoes, you don't point your finger at people, but it's fine to stand in front of people and block the escalator because you're taking a picture. It's fine to cough with your mouth open. I see it every day. Like, let's see if we can see someone coughing, but there'll be the Grab drivers that walk by and they'll walk by with their mouth wide open. And it's like, dude, like, cover your mouth. At 6'3", I never have to worry about that. I understand I'm not in the USA. I don't even think it's a USA thing, though. I just think covering your mouth when you... I just thought, like, you know how, like, some people know how to drink water. They know how to feed themselves. I thought that's just a natural instinct of when you cough, you cover your mouth. I never thought it was like, oh, people in USA cover their mouth, but people in Belgium don't. Like, I never thought it was a regional thing to cover your mouth. I feel like it's not all Asians. Maybe not. I'm just making a statement about out here what I observe. But we'll probably see if there's a Grab guy, he'll come over here and he'll go, and you're like, dude, you're coughing right in my face. I didn't say, obviously it's never going to be everybody because there's always exceptions. But what I'm talking about, that's literally why I got sick twice this month. when I went down to I Love Baguette, the lady came out and she was standing right here. And right when she got to me, I was placing my order and she coughed right on my shoulder. And she didn't cough like covering her mouth. Like her mouth was literally wide open. Her hands were down to her side and she coughed right on my shoulder. And then I got sick the next day. I'm not going to wear the mask. As much as I don't like that, I'm just not going to wear the mask. I'm not going to let them impose and change my life to wear a mask to do that. I'll get the sickness once a year. I'm making a general statement about what I see out here. I got sick twice this month because people don't cover their mouth. I got sick because the waitress, so in USA, a waitress would never be going around coughing with their mouth open. They're taught, they're trained. If you're sick, you don't come to work. That policy does not exist in Asia. If you're sick, guarantee you, if you're sick in Vietnam, most people are still coming to work. In USA, you're urged, do not come to work and get everyone else sick. Stay home. But so not only did the lady, it wasn't like she coughed into her hand and it kind of got onto me. She literally had her hands down to her side and coughed on me. And this was the waitress. This wasn't a random lady. This was the waitress. After getting sick on the plane, the last time I'm going to wear, you need my kiss. I don't think it's a Western mentality, though. I think it's just, I am just so shocked that I thought like just certain things are just normal. Like you cover your mouth. You cover your mouth. Like, I don't understand how is that. I'm not trying to be funny here. Is that a Western value? Hold on, let me wipe the screen off. Is that a Western value, covering your mouth? Like, I just thought that's I thought that's just a human normal thing to cover your mouth when you cough. Like, to me, I don't even think about covering it. I just go like, oh shit. Like, to me, it's just a normal thing. I don't respect stuff that that affects other people. I don't mind. This is why, like, I don't care if like people smoke or do drugs or drink. I don't care about it because it doesn't affect me. But what I do care about is when other people's behaviors affect other people. That's what bothers me, because they don't have the right to impose on other people. If they're sick, that's fine. They just need to make sure that they don't get other people sick. Like, I shouldn't be sick because someone else is irresponsible. Covering the mouth is universal, or should I never thought it was like, oh, it's a Western thing. I never thought it was like a Western thing, like, oh, you cover your mouth. That's a Western value. Yeah, just like crossing the street. I don't think crossing the street is a Western value, is it? I thought that's just a human nature. You sneeze, you cover your mouth. You cough, or you when you cross the street, you look. And you look, like, I don't go, oh, that's a USA thing. I thought that's a human being thing. I thought it was, but apparently people are telling me, no, that's a Western thing. In Asia, in Vietnam, that's normal. You're supposed to cough and get people sick. Like, that's mind-blowing to me. That's mind-blowing to me. Just like, I don't think like, oh, when I look across the street, that's a United States thing. I go, no, that's to protect yourself and not get hit by a car. Now that is crazy. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not going to put it this way and say covering your mouth is going to prevent 100%, but I guarantee you it's going to knock a lot of it down. It's going to knock a lot of it down. Because that lady stood over me. I felt her cough right on my shoulder. Now, even if she would have covered her mouth, I might have still got sick, might have. But at least the odds of it would have been severely reduced. Yeah, the lady, and you would think like she was a waitress. Like, you have to think the owners, maybe they don't have like, remember when, maybe the USA is over the top on that. Because I'm just not gonna live my life that way. I'm not gonna make myself hot, breathe into myself, be sweaty, and go around because somebody potentially might get me sick. That's just too much for me. Even when we had COVID, I wasn't wearing masks. I wasn't wearing masks when we had COVID. I don't live my life that way. I just don't do that. I think they won't pay attention. Even in the USA, it's hard to walk around with a mask, man. Out here, you'd be dead. Getting high on N95. Yeah, probably the touching part, yeah. But what I'm saying is if someone's just walking by you and they cover their mouth, I bet if you could see the invisibleness, if they have just their mouth open, it probably goes this big. And then if they cover their mouth, it's probably maybe only this big. So it's just probably a little reduction. But just like those other masks, remember back when people had COVID, people were using underwear for masks, they were using t-shirts, like those weren't regulated masks, but people would say, oh, it works. No, it doesn't. That was a BS excuse. They tell us a lot of stuff, man. They tell us to go to school, go get a college degree, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have a job waiting for you. So usually when I'm almost at the point where I say almost anytime the government tells you something, you should almost do the opposite. Now, I'm not going to say that for 100% of the time, but it's becoming where whatever the government tells you is usually the opposite now. Wearing underwear for mask? I don't know if it was technically underwear, but they would wear a shirt like this. They would wear all kinds of stuff. There would be all kinds of crazy things that people would wear for mask. Governments are your lordships. Man, big thumbs up, we got 50 people. As soon as I say that, we always lose a lot. I shouldn't have said that. We'll see how quick it drops. But I'll have to go up. I'll probably go up in about 2 or 3 minutes because I have that meat. I have the meat and the bacon. A blue light. I don't get sick that much. You guys can say you just got sick twice. I did, but usually I'll get sick max 1 time a year or once every 2 years. I should be good for like 3 years now because I got sick twice in 1 month. Like, that's crazy. Oh yeah, what's up, Phil? Yeah, did you see I was on that video? You guys told me about that. Evan interviewed her, okay. Evan messaged me about a week ago. I should message Evan back. He wants to do another video, so I think we'll do another video. Damn, Evan interviewed her, very nice. Evan interviewed her. That's very good. Very good of Evan. Yeah, Evan. I need to get a hold of Evan. Actually, our last video that we kind of did was me and Fluffy. I don't know if you guys seen. Did you guys see me and Fluffy's video on Evan's channel? Old man Philip eating his Starbucks. Fake meat. $5,700 views. I don't think so. It's very rare that on average, when I looked at an average month, I usually get a super chat every 4 to 6 live streams. I'm way above the curve right now because I think the past 2 or 3 live streams I got a super chat. But tomorrow I'm going to cook dinner, so I don't think I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. I'm going to cook dinner. I got the burgers. You guys just see me buy the meat. But maybe the next day. I don't have nothing else after that, so maybe the next day I'll do a live stream. Busy with the VA. The virtual assistant? Wow, Philip, you're a virtual assistant now. I thought you were too old to be a virtual assistant. Philip's a virtual assistant now. Marcus was in here last night and he said he's going to be doing the Nha Trang 23-hour-long bus visa run next month. So you guys need to look out for that video. 23-hour bus visa run. That guy is a madman. I couldn't do it. He's going to do the bus run for 23 hours. That's crazy. I've done a few cooking live streams. They don't really do too good. And I think 99% of the time it's always been making burgers. We did a crock pot live stream. I think we've done some other food live stream. It is a sleeper. It's a sleeper. I don't even care if it was a freaking hotel on wheels. I couldn't do it. 23 hours is crazy. Yeah, it's kind of weird. A few certain people love the cooking live streams, but so we did a crock pot like overnight stream where we left the crock pot on, and we had the camera facing the crock pot, and it didn't really do that good. I got like 500 views. Massage? No, I didn't say anything about a massage. I'm not a massage guy. Selective reading. Is that me? Did I miss something? Let me see. I got a lot more people in here now. It's hard to read everybody's. I didn't see anything. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss anything. Jupiter, what's up, kind sir yourself? Kind sir yourself. I think you could find books here, but when we went down, we seen a big book sale, and I think Fluffy said they were all in Vietnamese, but I'm pretty sure you could find books here. How long have you... There we go. How long have you been in the room before getting kicked is the question. Boom! I am at the Q Market in Da Nang, Vietnam. It doesn't seem like no one else liked the Crockpot stream. We only had like 500 views. 500 views is insane for, I think it was like 8 or 9 hours overnight. Everybody knows where to find me. Yeah, everyone knows. That's why if anyone has a problem with me, they can always find me. But it seems like the only people that have problems with me are the people that say stuff online, but then they never... I never hide somewhere, so... all my trolls will know where I'm at. They have a problem. If I move there next year, I'll do border run via air. I heard you could just fly into Bangkok or Malaysia and sit there at the airport. Not really. You can't do that. You could... Phil, you will have to... So here's how you'll have to do it. You will have to contact a visa agency. You have to pay them 70... I think it's 70-something dollars to get a 4-hour rush visa. But it does take a little bit more work. So you will have to The rules are, I could break it out. Lynn Visa says you have to land in your destination before 11 o'clock. You have to send over a picture of your exit stamp from Vietnam, and then you have to pay the $70 US, 70-something dollars. And then you have to do it on a Monday through a Friday. You can't do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. And then you should be able to get back the 4-hour rush visa. But... it's a risk. If I were you, if I was going to do the flight visa yourself, I would stay there for the multiple days and wait till you get your new e-visa. Because for me, it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't make sense to fly out and return the same day. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to take you longer time. So you're benefiting nothing. You're benefiting nothing taking a flight and returning the same day. If you're going to take a flight, you might as well stay there for multiple days. Oh my God. Damn, you guys missed it. There was a big ass rat. Let me see if you guys can see this. Nope, he's gone. Yeah, so here, put it this way. So this is how I used to do the flight visa run every 30 days. In 2023, they only had 30-day visa runs. So I would get on the Da Nang flight to Bangkok at 9:30 in the morning. I would land there about 11-ish in the morning. I would get off. By the time I go upstairs to by the time I would get up to 7-Eleven upstairs, it'd be about 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. I'd eat lunch in 7-Eleven, and then I would take like 5 o'clock flight back to Da Nang, get back here about 7 o'clock. So a 9 o'clock flight meant I had to get up at 7, I had to get to the airport at 7, 2 hours ahead of time, and then I didn't get back home till 7. So that's 12 hours, right? Lynn Visa, I do it at 6 in the morning and I'm back at 6 at night. So for one, the bus is cheaper, and the bus is quicker. So for me, I would only do the flight if you plan on being there for multiple days. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I'm sure he did, but he paid for the rush visa back. You cannot come back without the rush visa. I did see that headline. I know he did that video. I should watch it though. Did you see the updated visa site? You can create an email profile and they keep most. I did hear something about that. They switched. A lot of people got mad. This was probably about 2 months ago when they switched that. Everything is all digital and it all gets saved on that stuff. What the hell was that? So I'll do this. When I go back down to Lynn Visa, I will ask Duck. I'm going to get Duck on here. So please be on the live stream. And I'm going to ask Duck on camera. I'm going to hold the camera and say, Duck, everyone keeps having this crazy question. I'm going to put them on the spot. And I'm going to say, Duck, people say that they can get the visa before they leave without paying for the rush visa. And I'm gonna have him on camera because you guys will see it. You guys will see it. I'll get Duck on here and I'll ask him on camera and I'll say, Duck, everyone keeps saying that they don't have to pay your $70 fee to do the rush visa. They keep telling me that they can get it ahead of time and they can skip your $70. I'm gonna ask him that on the live stream and he's gonna tell you guys because I have the message. I've asked him in person. Fluffy's been with me in person when I asked him. I have it on my WhatsApp. He says, if you want to come back the same day, you have to apply for the rush 4-hour visa. It's whatever $70 is in Vietnam. And you have to show them your stamp before 11 o'clock. So you have to have your exit visa before 11 o'clock. And then you have to do it Monday through Friday. And then it's still not guaranteed, but he says it's usually done in 4 hours. So if you fly to Thailand or Kuala Lumpur, plan to stay a few days, when you do apply, that's what I would do. If I flew, as soon as I landed at the airport, I would apply for my new e-visa at the airport so the clock starts going. Then it usually takes at least 3 business days. At least 3 business days. So if it's like a Wednesday, sometimes the first day doesn't count depending on what time you do it. So Thursday might be your first day, Friday would be your second day, and then Monday would be your third day. And it doesn't always come in on the third day. Sometimes it comes in on your fourth. Let me scroll back up. I missed a lot of you guys' messages. Who do you use? I use Lynn Visa when I do the bus. And then when I fly, I just fly on the cheapest flight, wherever. Well, you apply through the visa through Duck, or you can do it. So you have to apply through him one way or the other. So why would he give you bad information? So if you go do the rush visa, you have to apply through Lynn Visa or another visa agency. So it doesn't make sense why he would be lying to you when you have to go through him one way or the other. You can't get a visa while you're still in country. I tried it. If you do that, you will spoil it for someone who gets it. He doesn't promise it. I'm just gonna ask him. So it doesn't make sense. So it's supposed to be a big secretive thing? No, I don't like secretive things. If anyone can get it, then anyone should get it. I don't want to be like, hey, keep it down. Don't tell other people. Like, no. If this works, if that works, then I want to tell everybody. I don't want it to be, well, Mitzi gets it and Joe gets it, but Will doesn't get it. No, like, I don't like that kind of stuff. I want people to be up, clear, and honest. Just like how I don't like how you guys tell me when I send people down there at 6 o'clock to go do the 6 o'clock, they say, oh, he doesn't want to do that one for us. And I'm just like, no, man, if you offer that service, offer it for everybody. I don't like this. I don't like that secretive stuff. That stuff pisses me off. It's like, oh, you're good enough for it. But no, like, I don't like that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that pisses me off. I want to put people on the spot. If this is the truth, then you tell me. Don't give me, hey, I'll let you do it with the other guy. No, man. I get mad at stuff like that. It's not supposed to be, well, Mitzi gets it, but Will doesn't get it. And Fluffy gets it, but Dale can't get it. And Native can't get it. No, it's like, no. If someone gets that, then everybody gets it. It doesn't, oh, well, be quiet, don't talk. No, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like sneaky stuff. I'm a person that really doesn't like sneaky stuff. This time it took 4 days, but it came on a Saturday. I usually get mine on the 4th day. Mine is usually the 4th day. I've got mine a few times on the 3rd day. Doesn't happen much. Most of the time I get it on the 4th, and a few times I got it on the 5th. I usually know I get mine on the 4th afternoon. So the hard part about going and doing the visa run, the visa run on the flight, is because you don't know when you're going to get your visa. So it's hard because then you either have to book your return ticket, right? Because you don't want to pay a lot of money for your return ticket by paying the day before. So you have to give yourself enough time, or else then when you get your visa, then you're like, okay, I want to go back tomorrow. Return tickets the next day are expensive, and they're not cheap when you book it the night before. Because he doesn't have to reveal it. Of course he has to reveal. If I say, hey, Duck, I want to come back tomorrow, and if he tells me the only way that you can do it is $70, and I go, but Mitzi tells me he doesn't have to do it, then what is he gonna say? I can't talk about that. Then if that's if I have to deal with something like that, then maybe I go to a different agency. But it doesn't make sense for me to have to sneak around and get. I'm a person that's all about transparency. I don't like the sneakiness. So Fluffy knows how I am. If landlords do the same thing to me, like, oh, don't tell him this, don't tell him this, you pay this, and I'll tell him, I'll say, oh, well, I won't do business with you anymore. I have a good reputation, and I don't like telling people information, and then this guy gets treated a certain way, and this guy, I don't like that stuff. I don't like being associated with people like that. I don't like it. I don't like that. So for me, I'm gonna ask him. If he says, hey, you can get it, but this guy, then maybe I look in a different visa agency, because I don't like that stuff. I like being able to tell my viewers. My reviewers respect me because I'm honest and I'm genuine and I tell them the truth. I don't want to be, hey guys, you guys can do it, but no, these guys can't. I don't like that stuff. That's one of the biggest things in the world that irk me. I missed a lot of you guys' mess. Let me scroll back up. Oh, you spent 3 weeks in El Salvador. Are you related to George Floyd? No, I'm not, but I appreciate your comment. When does your visa run typically go through? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean on that. Maybe I'll get a work, Philip. They don't hire 112-year-olds. Yeah, so I'm going to confirm it when I go in there. When I go talk to Duck, I will confirm it. I will get him on camera and I will ask him all your guys' questions. So how I understand, he tells me, okay, you get up, you have to take an early morning flight. He told me you have to be there before 11 o'clock. You need to send him a picture of your Vietnam exit stamp by 11 in the morning. So before 11 in the morning, you have to show him your exit out of Vietnam stamp. Then you pay the $70-something. And then he tells you it'll be 4 hours from that point that you'll get a rush visa. This is how he explains it to me. But we are going to do it on live stream. I'm going to ask him. So we'll see what he says. I know she'll sponsor the old man. If you have it, that's fine. But I'm going to ask him and I'm going to tell him. I'm going to use you. Maybe I won't use your name. I'll say there's a guy on my live stream that tells me he doesn't pay for your rush service and he gets it every time. And I'm going to tell him point blank. I don't want to tell my subscribers that they have to pay for a service that they don't want to. Now, if he says, well, they got to understand there's no guarantee, and I'll say, okay, that's fine. I'm going to go tell my subscribers that if they apply early, that there's a chance that they can get it early. But I'm going to tell them that. So I'm going to do that. But Mitzi swears, I know I'm getting it no matter what. And I tell Mitzi, okay, I don't want to hear him complain when he doesn't get it the first time, and then he wants to come back, and then all of a sudden he can't. But he will tell you guys, if I put Mitzi on camera right now, he would say, oh no, I guarantee I get it 100%. But I don't want to tell my viewers that, because Duck won't even guarantee that. So I want Duck straight from the horse's mouth to say, no, Mitzi's wrong. I want him to say this, Mitzi is wrong. I don't guarantee it. He's been getting lucky, but that's going to run out at a certain point. Or I want him to say, yeah, if you do it 2 months ahead of time, you'll get it ahead of time. I want him to say one of those two things. Because if he doesn't say one of those two things, then I can't take Duck's word or Mitzi's word. Duck doesn't care what I don't care what he thinks about it. I just want him to tell me what the truth is so I can tell. Like when I go to him, I ask him all the questions. Like if I go to a business and I say, "Hey, what do you guys cook your stuff with?" And if they go, "I'm not going to tell you." Then I go, "Okay, then I just won't come to your business no more." But I want to be clear because there's so much confusion in the chat room all the time about the visa situation. And I want to be clear. You guys know I'm a person that likes to be upfront. There's another rat. Nope, can't see it. I want to be upfront and clear with my subscribers. Because why am I telling my subscribers to go pay for a $70 visa if they don't need it? But at the same time, I don't want to be telling my subscribers, hey, don't worry about it. Just book it a month ahead of time, and you don't need to pay for the rush visa. Then when they land in Bangkok, they're calling me, they're emailing me. Will, man, I'm stuck out here. I didn't get my visa. What's going on? Well, that's what everyone else tells me. Well, you're a fool. Why'd you believe them? I don't want to be in that situation. Duck doesn't care about... I don't think he cares about my viewers. I just want to be clear. I care about my viewers. So if he tells me I'm not going to tell you nothing, then I will just go to another visa agency. If people can't be upfront and honest to me, then that's not a place that you've been. I'm telling you guys that if that's a restaurant, that's a market. If you go to a place and you ask them questions about their business and they can't answer it to you, then I would tell you don't go to their business. I was just curious about the land border you usually go through for your visa run. I do mine. I get on the bus at 6 in the morning and I get back at 6 at night. He will take the official line. Then then we cannot have Mitzi spreading a lie saying, oh, you don't have to do it this way. Because Mitzi is setting up people for failure then. So one thing is true or not. Both can't be true. Both. Mitzi will, if you got Mitzi on here right now, he'd say 100% for sure that he's getting it. And Duck won't say that. So if Duck won't say that, I don't see how Mitzi can say that. Unless he's saying Duck is lying. Duck has to be lying for Mitzi to be telling the truth. That's how it boils down to be. How long can you stay in Vietnam? 90 days. 90 days is the longest. Mitzi does say it, because every time I point out that you got to be gone, Mitzi will say, no, you don't. That's not true. That's not true. And I'll say, it is true. They'll go, no, not for me. And I'll say, well, you're getting lucky. And they'll go, no, I'm not getting lucky. I got lucky 3 times. So Mitzi is saying that he guarantees it. I don't want to be president. You aren't listening. I'm listening very well. I don't think you guys are. If someone can't tell me about their business, because why does... So put it this way. Only one of these can be true. Either Duck knows that the visa is going to come in and he's not telling us, which means it's technically not lying, but he's not being upfront with people. Or Mitzi has the wrong idea that he thinks that he's going to get a visa every single time, 100%. One of those can't. Both of those things cannot be true. I'm not saying that you will or won't. There's been times where I've done things that shouldn't work, and it's went 5-6 times. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's been stuff that I've had a loophole for, and then it ended. And I kind of took it for granted because I can't remember what it was, but I kept taking it for granted. Oh, it's kind of a BS kind of a loophole. But every single month, they were doing the Kin 50%. And I kept saying, okay, I'm going to go to Kin next week. And I'd get it, right? There was no guarantee that they're going to do 50%, and now it's dropped down to 30%. That's what's been happening, but I understand that. But it's what, 2 or 3 times? So I've always said Mitzi has been lucky. Whoever does it gets lucky. And he says, no, it's not luck because I keep getting it. And I say, it's just luck. You got lucky. So... This is Asia. You have to understand they have different things. I had Bonet for dinner tonight. Volunteer work at a place for a TRC. Philip, where are you gonna work at? Where are you gonna work at, Philip? We can work. You can work at the banh mi shop. I forgot. We got to go upstairs. I got meat. Yeah, where the hell is Philip gonna work? That's what I want to know. He can't be out in the sun too long. He's too old. I'm in North Korea. I don't know why Fluffy thinks she needs a multiple entry. The multiple entry doesn't really make sense for her. The multiple entry only makes sense if you leave 3 times in a 90-day span. If you leave 2 times in a 90-day span, to me, it's not worth it. Now, if you leave 3 times in a 90-day span, that's when it becomes worth it. But if you only leave 2 times in 90 days, it's not worth it to me. Because a multiple entry is $50. A single entry is $25. So it doesn't make sense to prepay for the multiple entry when you don't 100% know you're coming back. So that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. What the hell? What the hell? Not working. That's crazy. Maybe this one. Come on. There we go. Another one wasn't working. What's up with that? What if my elevator wasn't working? I had to walk up all my flights of stairs. Even if you leave once, you can return to Vietnam without waiting 4 business days. I'm not sure if you're talking about the multiple entry. I was talking about the multiple entry. I don't recommend the multiple entry unless you are for sure 100% going to leave the country 3 times in 90 days. If you're only going to leave the country twice in 90 days, I would recommend doing 2 single entries. I can handle the truth. That's why I'm trying to get the truth about it. I'll be the beer guy at the hostel. I just want the truth. I want to know one way or the other, because for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me one way or the other because I don't leave the country on the flight visa run. So for me, it doesn't matter. But what I want is the truth to tell people. I want to know if I should, because if it's true, I'll just say, hey guys, apply for your visa at least 1 month ahead of time, and then you guys don't have to do the rush visa. You'll get it in time. Or I want to say, no, some people got lucky, and you guys are rolling the dice, taking a big risk because you might leave and then you might not have your visa. But I want to be able to tell my audience, because my audience is terrified about visas, especially the Americans. They want to know the truth and they want to know how to do the visas. One of my biggest videos are always about visa runs. People are terrified. Americans are terrified about the visa runs. What's up, native? Let me put my stuff away. Let me put my stuff away. My meat, my bacon, and my ground beef. My ground beef. I'm making some bacon burgers tomorrow. Bacon cheeseburgers tomorrow. Actually, I'll be making some bacon cheese egg burgers. What do you guys think about that? Bacon egg cheeseburger.